Why is a raven like a writing desk? Friday, Q&A, Fanmail, lovely. We're gonna go straight to the questions as this train goes by. Grim Reaper 2458 _ what do you wish this hobby had more of? More big events. Right now, events at all, but more big events. I would like there to be more big events. Nefomp. After Gummies and Skittles, what is your favorite candy? If I tell you that, then I'm gonna get sent 5,000 of them. And you already know Twix. Twix are actually on the top of the list. I just had a Twix before coming out here and filming this. It was a delicious Twix. The Twix was in peace, let it be known. Anything with mint. Anything with mint. Fabian Holmgren. What will you do once you have worn every silly hat in all of the lands? I shall make more new silly hats. Or wear things that were not meant to be hats as hats. Nefomp again. What is that thing behind the Prometheus grip that looks like a carrot? It's clearly a carrot. No, it's a little Nerf foam baseball bat for whacking people. I think it's for the Wii system. I'm not sure. Found it at a Goodwill. It was my colors. It was foam. It said Nerf. I'ma smack someone with it someday. It looks like somebody took a knife to it at some point. It's led a rough life. And it's gonna lead a rougher one. Legion 1410. Do you play survival games? Other than like humans versus zombies? No. My Janky Bills. What is your favorite early 2000s blaster? The Titan. Cameron A. What other hobbies do you have outside of Nerf and Lego? Well, card games, specifically Munchkin. Board games, specifically Carcassonne. Video games, Elite Dangerous, and empire building games like Age of Empires or similar, Stronghold, Total War, those kind of games. Puzzle games, I still play Puzzle Pirates from time to time. And coin collecting, but very passively. Mostly if I find bicentennial coins, I keep them. But you don't get a lot of change these days. I pretty much only ever use a card, so I don't get a lot of coin anymore. I like foreign coins. I like to collect foreign coins. Grape Ape Duct Tape. What is, in your opinion, the best Nerf shotgun and the best single-shot pistol? There isn't one of either. Because there is no best. And that's kind of the problem when people ask me questions like this, is they never give sufficient metrics for me to give an answer. What one person thinks is best is not necessarily what another person thinks is best. What is best in one situation might not be best in another situation. So you have to give me something to compare them by. Am I comparing them by range, variety of ammunition, number of rounds they fire, accuracy, how big the spread is, how small the spread is, how fast they reload? All of that matters, and no one blaster is going to be the top in every category. And so, depending on which of those metrics is the most valuable in a given situation is going to determine what is the best. And there isn't one that's the overall best, in my opinion, because again, there's too many variables, too many metrics that you can judge against. Same with single-shot pistols, because again, what you consider best might be different. How fast does it reload? How hard does it hit? How far does it hit? How accurate is it? How cheap is it? How expensive? There is no one good answer. Zach Leek. I know you have experienced medieval recreation on foot. Have you ever done it on water or on horseback? No. The crew does have a small navy, but we have never actually suited up and fought. We've planned to, we've considered it, but we were never actually able to do it, and it really wouldn't be safe. And no, we've never had the money to do horseback stuff like jousting or equestrian stuff. So clean top. Little up. Big Cheese. What is your favorite Norse mythological creature and why? The Raven, specifically Hugin and Munin, Odin's ravens, because they're awesome. Christopher Goodrow. What is your opinion on water parks? Water parks are cool. I love water parks. Water slides, wave pools, all that stuff. Love it. Especially a good, slow inner tube river. Those, love them. Absolutely fabulous. Bipedal Narwhal, do you like shrimp? I love shrimp. It's one of my favorite seafoods. My mother, used to be my mother's favorite food, and now she is deathly allergic to it. One of those things. You can become allergic to something that you didn't used to be. So, yeah, tragic. Poc3 Fan 12. Have you ever thought of releasing some of your stories in a book of some sort? No. Alexander McPherson. What is your opinion on FPS over 200? Would you / do you like to play in ultra stock games? I don't generally. I haven't played in very many. No, they're not really my thing because they hurt. I mean, if I wanted to play a sport that hurt, I'd do airsoft. Or, I'd go back to medieval recreation and let people swing axes at my head. I like that Nerf, in general, doesn't hurt. That's one of the things that I like about it. Obviously, I've built very powerful blasters, but it's not my favorite thing. I do love that it exists, though, because there are places where you can't play airsoft, in countries that you can't have airsoft, and so the fact that Nerf has evolved in some ways to fill that gap is really, really cool. It also, Nerf doesn't take nearly as much setup. You can play it in parks, you can play it on various places, and while you have to be more careful if you're going to do an ultra stock event in a public area, it is still possible to be able to do it in, a park where you've blocked off an area, or you've got people who are watching to make sure people don't wander through. It's a lot easier to be able to do that than to get private property or to rent an airsoft arena or something like that. So I have no issue with it. I don't think that it's inappropriate or bad or anything like that, as long as it's done correctly. It needs to be done, safe. Everyone who's involved needs to know what's going on, know what the risks are, know that it's safe, make sure that the location is safe and all of that. And that's kind of always been my concern with it, is that somebody who doesn't understand that there are increased responsibilities and precautions that need to be taken will bring something that's 200 FPS blaster to an event where it's not safe and not appropriate and cause a problem. They'll hurt somebody, it'll end up in the news, and the next thing you know, we're thrown out of public parks. That's always been my concern, but it hasn't happened now, and there seems to be more understanding in the hobby than there used to be, a lot more awareness of the risks because the world has gotten more dangerous lately. And I think it's sad that that's necessary, but it is helpful, and it makes me feel a little bit safer. I mean, there hasn't been any events for the last year, so who knows what's going to happen when they open back up again. But, that's a roundabout answer. I think it's neat, but it needs to be done right. The Drifter. If you could integrate 2 or more blasters, which would you choose, and what features from each would you integrate? Oh, I would probably integrate a Titan into a Stampede, or an XBZ into an Air Warriors Punisher. Those are really the ones where I want to do this, I need to do this, and I went and I did them. What ones that I haven't done? I really do like the Prometheus Titan combination that Dr. Flux and a couple of others have done. Just because it's a bit more convenient. I mean, obviously I've got my high capacity one, though you've never actually seen it. And obviously things like putting a Magnus on a Strife, I mean, that's an obvious combination, but I do have a couple that are on my build list, and I'm not going to tell you about, because that's how you get your ideas stolen. Spark of Siege. When you eventually travel through Europe, will you visit places like the German theme park Phantasialand? Well, I'd never even heard of that. When I do finally travel through Europe, I will be at the absolute whim of the auxiliary who are hosting me, and if they decide to take me to a theme park, then I will go to a theme park. I know the Danes were planning to take me to the Lego house, and that's kind of like a theme park. It's not, like Legoland is more of a theme park, but the Lego house was something I was so looking forward to that. Someday. I get vaccinated on the 27th. It's going to be great. Aiden Smith. Have you tried Sea of Thieves? I watched some friends play it for about 5 seconds before I was motion sick. And finally, Koshek the dog. Will you weave the 100 rubber ducks into your beard like Blackbeard? Find me documentation that Blackbeard ever wove a duck into his beard. Much less 100 of them. That would be a lot of ducks. I don't think Blackbeard had 100 ducks. I think this is shenaniganery and hootenanery. I hit! A direct hit! Alright, I have 3 package. Let's do this. Right, 3 package. We shall start with the little one. It's heavy. Sounds broken. Let's see what we got. A box! A whole box. Just what I wanted. Sounds more broken now than it was before. A note! Most excellent. Dear Captain, I am glad you enjoyed the Destiny's Bounty set and frankly silly amount of fudge in my last package. I look forward to seeing your modifications to make the set less steampunky. I do need to get around to that. It is my sworn intent to outdo the last package and upgrade to mere silly amount of fudge to a hilarious amount. Enclosed you will find an Imperial 1000 credit coin, because it's neat. That does sound neat. A donation of parts for the makerspace, including internals of 1 broken Stampede, some fire, Raptor Strike, Falcon Fire, Sharp Fire. Neat. I will add them to the parts bin. An assembler of homemade fudge featuring a block of mint chocolate, chocolate almond, and chocolate peanut butter. Well, those would probably be my favorite flavors. Each piece, as you will notice, half the size of the one last time. It is due to size constraints. However, the chocolate and peanut butter are 2 batches mixed together, so total amount of fudge is doubled. Keep being silly. Dark Lord of Sword. Alright, what do we want? Yes. Bits. Good bits. All good bits here. Fudge. 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 Good Lord. Fudge. I see no... Where's the coin? Where is this coin of which you sprek, sir? There it is. I found it. I'm going digging. Mentioned I like coins, so I am excited. Oh! A Star Wars Imperial 1000 coin. Well, that is just sweet. That ticks all the boxes. Awesome. That's coming with me. You're going in the pile. You're going in the fridge. And then my belly. Alright, next package. Most excellent. We have a thing. Much lighter. I'm dubious. It's a note! Balls! Balls! Ha-ha! So the very fine fellow who is making the Titan rockets ordered balls with my logo on them, but as you can see, they're not centered with the seam, or not very many of them are. And so he was going to go to a different distributor, and so I offered to buy a bunch of the balls to, cover his loss, as it were. Plus then I got a boatload of orange balls with my logo on them, suitable for throwing. These are excellent size and density for throwing as thrown weapons. So yeah, now I've got, I think it's 50 balls. Balls. Most excellent. So, yeah, escalating thrown weapon loadout gonna be a thing. And for those of you who are going to ask, yep. Fabulous. Most excellent. All right. And finally, we have a package from the inestimable Daniel Dillman. And it's dubious is what it is, but we have come to expect that from Mr. Dillman. I think I'm in. I am in. It's a box. Oh. What? 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 Ooh. It's a power bell. I think I had one? I don't know, but they're just svelte. I mean, look at it. Look at how svelte it is. And they're really, really nice for loner blasters when you've got little kids where they're not the greatest at understanding how blasters work, because this is a pull the trigger blaster fires. There's no on switch, there's no safeties. You pull the blaster and it fires. All they have to do is shove darts in the barrel, pull the trigger, and it fires. And it's not a heavy trigger pull, so it's a really great blaster for little kids. And then we appear to have, aha, a note hidden in the margins. Dear Captain, hope this letter finds you well. It's bright and sunny here in Menominee Falls. It's actually beautiful, beautiful weather here right now too. I'm glad winter is over. What Sprecher flavors have you not tried? The Menards near me has a large assortment. I'll send some in my next box. What are you low on? What do you want to try? All of it. I want it all. Send one of each. The whole variety pack. I'll make a video compiling them all. I actually did. Somebody sent me a bunch of variety, and I did make videos of them all, but I don't think I ever got around to compiling it. I should just do it on my Instagram page. That would be the place to do it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. What are the options? You know what? Like I said, just send one of each. I don't know how many options there are. But I would love to try them all again, because I'm low on everything. I think I've got like 2 bottles of Sprecher left. And that's from my special reserve. All right. That was short. We loved it. When you text or calm down and you see typing for 5 minutes, no matter what comes through these gates, we will stand our ground. When you see a lot of memes about ads on Spotify and you have a premium account, I'm sorry, this is some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand. Caveman throws spear at wolf and misses. Wolf brings back stick. Other caveman. Noted. I like it. I love that he sends me memes. All right, what do we got? What am do? What am is? What am over? We've got packing material. We've got a thing. Okay, I think I've reached the bottom. Ooh, ha! In my effort to be fun and different, I have procured this little piece of history that you can add to your eventual study. It's an authentic Scottish document from 1811. Hope you like it. Check out the back and hold it up to the light. Huh. Neat. Yeah, it appears to have a watermark. Bank mill. Fascinating. I will have to ask my brother about this. His area of study is in historical documents. That is really cool. And aha! We appear to have a bin, a Lego bin. Is there Lego in it? There are. Oh, very cool. I don't know if I had this one, but I'm definitely glad I do, because I want more AT-AT drivers. What do we got? Oh, we got packing material. And stuff. Random bag o' brick. Pretty sure I didn't have that minifig. It's a bit for one of these. There's some good parts in here. Does look to be mostly Lego. There's a few non-Lego in there, but we won't hold that against them too much. Couple of minifigs. Neat. Couple of cool parts. Excellent. Fish. Le poisson. Most excellent. Thank you as always. And I look forward to getting more Sprecher. I've got to find a source. There's got to be a source around here somewhere. Got to be one. I got to go looking. All right. Well, there's that. If you have a question you would like answered, of course, ask it in the comments of this video. If you want to send me stuff, mailing address is in the description. I appreciate everything I'm sent, and I show everything that I'm sent, as long as it's, you know, appropriate. And, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Incidentally, yes, I'm aware he meant weave them into my beard the way Blackbeard weaved Slow Match, but this is more fun as it draws out the snark. If you aren't seeing this and you commented about what he actually meant, you will get snark. Snark. Snark.